all times. Okay? So, we are going to leave section 1 for the last. We are going to start on section 2 first. Okay? So what we're going to do is, now that we already have our width, because we've sectioned it, now we are going to measure, our length. We have our length already. Now we're going to measure our width. So we're going to take this, put it here, and draw a straight line. So now coming straight across. Now, to make sure you're straight across, you must measure it here and measure it here. Because sometimes we think we're doing a straight line and we're not. And that'll throw it off, okay? We must wrap it 90 degrees. So some of you that are shorter, you might have to pull the mannequin down, okay? For those of you that are taller, it's an advantage because you're already tall. So we have to comb this and control this. So we are going to slightly, again, converge that very slightly though. Don't do this. Do not wrap like this because it's like a roller. If you wrap it too small and it wraps around, then they have no tension. No tension means that when I put Perm solution on here, the curl will not be uniform. So I need to keep that tension, okay? So you have to hold this. Now, we bookend, so I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing it, because some of my students, I don't know, some of them get it this way, some of them get it the other way, and it doesn't matter as long as you get it. So I'm going to show you, this is called a bookend. So it looks like a book. I'm going to put the paper in here. What I want to do is I want to be able to have empty space in here. Okay, when I'm wrapping, see that? So I don't want this, I don't want a lot of empty space, just a little empty space on either side. Okay? I have to keep this at 90 degrees. I must water this. It has to have a lot of water. Okay? I'm holding the paper in between my hands, and I utilize these fingers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up so that I have the end of the paper. I have paper and then hair. So the hair isn't at the end of the paper. I'm going to wrap this twice around by not moving my fingers. Yes, it helps it go around. So I wrap it around twice. Then I have to move my hands and put my thumbs together, pull up and turn. So I'm turning my wrist like this. When I come down, what I like to do is I like to hold this with my 2 fingers and put my thumb here. So I don't let this go, because if I let this go, it'll unravel or it'll become unbalanced. So if I hold this here with my fingers, I can take my thumb to have the elastics, hold this, and then this hand gets free and my elastic goes straight across, and I'm not moving the rod that I just put in very neatly. If I'm fumbling to try and get that elastic, you're going to lose the tension. Okay? So that's one way. So now you're going to measure the next rod. So you're going to touch this here. So you'll touch this, and below that is the width. So there goes my second rod. Okay. So I have to make sure again that when I'm measuring that it is equal on both sides. Now, some of my students creatively, as I've been watching over the years, for some reason, they seem to do a burrito wrap. But that works for them, so we're going to show you that. I was watching one of my students and what do we do? Well, it works, and I'm like, yes, it does work for you, so we're good. Okay, so what they did, I don't find it as easy, but some of you might. What they did was they put the paper here, and they put the corners in. So like a burrito. Okay, so once they put the corners in, they found it easier to